Fidelis Chabe. I'm the CEO of Migrant, which is a rights and justice-based organization supporting migrants. As a rights and justice-based organization, we are very keen to empower migrants to understand their rights and to access justice. And to do that very effectively, it has to enable bridging that gap between migrants and mainstream services. Because within that context of people being able to access their rights and justice, public education is very essential so that people can be able to understand their rights and also to understand how best to access justice. And if mainstream organizations are not aware of this, then it becomes really, really tricky. So for us as an organization, it's very critical for us to be that bridge between migrant rights and justice, and also ensuring that there's cultural competency within organizations to enable that to be effective. So that's the passion that we have as an organization, and that's why we organize this very important workshop on a very sensitive issue, because we know that in our communities, people are really struggling around the areas of how do they enable that there can be effective parents within a very complex legal and cultural UK context. And that has also implications for families because there are issues there around outcomes for migrants. There are issues there about immigration outcomes. There are issues around potential criminal justice outcomes. So we want to make sure that people are having very fulfilling lives in the country. And this is an intent of the goals were very simple. The goals were just primarily around one, raising awareness and developing consciousness on this issue. It's a very important issue, not just for communities, but for services. And secondly, to begin to start a new kind of partnership between migrant communities and mainstream services, because we think that partnership is critical. We are very early in this process, but we think that we've made a good start. Those relationships are beginning to form. And my sense is there's a real desire and there's a real curiosity to develop this further. So yes, I think everybody left the conference to be quite happy. The feedback seems positive, and we're going to try and make sure we get this done.
When we were having the conversation, we found that some of the issues we had aligned, and we wanted to raise awareness, increase knowledge and understanding of how children's services work, how social workers work with families, what support is available for families, what they can ask for, understanding of UK safeguarding laws, understanding of UK parenting norms, with the view of providing that education, knowledge at a very early stage to avoid things escalating, and children essentially becoming known to services that they don't need to be known. The primary goals for the workshop were absolutely achieved. However, we have barely scratched the surface because the issues run far wider than what was discussed in the room today. So today we heard from a lot of people who had personal experiences of children's services involved and some of the challenges they face. For example, you had people who had talked about language being a barrier, fears, lack of understanding of actually what social services is and how they support them, what support is available for them, and what they can access. And here leads to people not seeking support, leads to people not engaging positively with social workers because the how social workers in my children do me. And it is about educating people around what support is available, what support is actually, and having those for conversations about some of those cultural, issues That may break to services, for example, but but that might also be lack of understanding both on organizations versus families themselves about what the role of children is supposed to look like.
My name is Nakita Taylor. I'm from an organization by the name of Proverbs 31 Women. We support people from the community, both in education, training, and employment, and also any sort of legal. It's important for us as we work with people in the community to understand the whole concept of bridging the gap between professionals and also people from the community, supporting people to understand the legalities of the systems around family support, and then also supporting or trying or attempting to help or give insight to professionals to understand cultural differences, spiritual differences in families and people in the community that affects family, the family unit, as well as the upbringing of children and young people in this country. The most important thing I think taken away from here is understanding the commonalities of human nature. We all have the same needs in terms of shelter, housing, ensuring that we are comfortable financially, etc. And then the commonality of families needing the support around bringing up children, whether it be a single parent or a family unit. We all have common needs and want to share these common needs. And I think coming together has highlighted the fact that yes, we all are experiencing many similarities in the challenges that we face in this life, professionally and also personally. So it's comforting to know that there are others that wanting to address the same issues, and then also sharing good practices, and also seeing how we can standardize these good practices and bring them together to impact and influence positive change, both again from the professional side to a personal side.
Hi, my name is Mary. I came from Eritrea, East Africa. I live in Leeds, and my organization is Eritrean Community in Leeds. I came to learn from different organizations. They give us support, help, and we need a lot of support because us have a language barrier, mental illness, or how to bring your kids here in the UK, cultural conflict, stigma. I need more organization to support to me for my community.
My name is Fola Omodekola. This workshop is actually very good, because it gave people the opportunity to actually talk about real issues. The way the discussion is going, trying to look at the possible ways of handling the different issues that are out there, and eventually the focus is also on the parents. And part of the take home is that different groups will have to be empowered with the right information, and they can then go into their smaller units to disseminate this information, and that's way to get to parents who actually need the information to be able to help with having the right knowledge of the laws of the country they are in, and how they can work on themselves and on the culture, the cultural differences and biases